This is a test of the Boundary Park alert system. Hello and welcome to the Latex Football Phone-In on Valentines Day.
Erotica.
How are you doing, Dave?
Yeah, smooth, sexy, and serene.
Good morning, Cobbers.
Yeah.
From Melbourne, where it's no longer Valentine's Day.
No, it's the 15th. Ash Wednesday? Or is that today?
Sorry, I don't know. Doesn't matter, Dave.
Beef ash.
Who cares?
Yeah, I couldn't open my door this morning.
That's a little bit of a partridge there coming in. Yeah. Couldn't open my door this morning because...
Couldn't find your keys. Because I couldn't find my keys.
Aha!
I'm actually going arrow shooting with Tony Hadley.
Yeah, hello, Tony Hadley.
Can I go? Anyway.
Yeah.
Welcome to the phone.
Here's some... Chris, it's third day.
Third day.
Well, happy third day to you, Chris. I hope you're having a good day.
Yeah.
Feeling the love with the 3 points last night.
Yeah, last night. Let's talk about last night's action.
Let's talk about last night, Dave. Let's talk about all the regret, all the joy, and all the shame.
And the BDSM.
Beef paste.
Beef. Death.
BP. Anyway.
BPAS.
So is anyone is anyone on a date tonight? And so
Mike's not on. Oh.
It is.
Hello. Oh, hello.
Dave's might not on.
Can it?
Should be.
Okay. Can you hear me through your cans?
Oh no, yeah. It might not be actually.
Okay.
Tell you what, Dave, you take that mic. I'll do some.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to tell me about their Valentine's Day and what they've got planned, watching Boreham Wood. Yeah, I'm very quiet. Is Dave so sexy? He's spending Valentine's Day with Matt. Yes, I am, because I've been kicked out by my wife because she arranged a lovely Valentine's Day meal, and I said no. I'm going to do the phone-in because we do it for you fans and you fans alone. So there's no time for marriage when you are an award-winning podcast.
Oh yeah, there we go. Dave's mic wasn't plugged in.
Can you hear me now? I still can't hear me.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
Ooh.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Well, good. I couldn't before.
Can we just get some hearts, better? Thanks, Alan Baker. No, I haven't been kicked out. Only joking. I bought my wife some roses.
Chocolates or flowers?
Chocolates. £5.50 Tesco. If anyone's watching. So if you want to ring up and talk about last night, the football, that is, not about whatever you get up to behind closed doors.
Sexy and clear, Dave.
Yeah, thank you very much.
What about if any of the younger fans would like some dating tips?
Bring up
Dave.
Sexy Dave. I will give you everything you need to know.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
But if you're under 16, I can't by law. I've been warned once.
You can't by law.
Yes.
Okay, but you know what today is, Dave?
What's
It's
that?
Valentine's Day, right?
It is.
And you know what happened 34 years ago today?
Well, I was 4 years old.
Yeah. So what were you doing 34 years ago today? Did you have a girlfriend? Were you holding hands?
At 4 years old? No, I was probably just fingering a beef paste jar in front of the TV.
Oh God!
No. You said get it sexy. I was trying to. Yeah.
Oh my God! No.
No one will ever look at a beef paste jar ever like again, will they?
I was talking about this.
got Irwin to his right. This is Ritchie. Adams with a shot. Oh, what a goal! Left foot! 20-yarder. Brady tried the first-time ball through, and that was charged down by Nick Henry, who's having a great game. Ritchie on the run. Marshall's got space to himself. Oh, and it's in the back of the net. Ritchie scores. Oh, it was so simple. Maybe it's altitude, because this, I believe, is the highest league ground in the country. Oh, a chance here for Palmer, and Palmer scores. In fact, it's not Palmer, it's Barrett who came up from the back. And really, that is one that West Ham United couldn't afford. If they could pull a goal back, then there would still be prospects in the return game at Upton Park. But it's Oldham on the attack. A chance here for Holden. Oh, and he drives it in. That's it. It's all over. Marshall in at the near post. Oh, it's a cross and it's in. That's it. It's all over, surely now. Holden's got past Robson, gets the cross in, and a chance here, and that's number 6 from Andy Ritchie.
Yeah, smooth.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah, see that? Did you see that? We just said what a cross from recording that was.
It's just
every
superb.
Time.
It's so sad to see the demise of the football club now. But Beth, we're going our way back up again. But from that to where we are now, it's just. And so there's a lot of bemoaning on Twitter last night. I'd be interested to see or speak to anyone who wasn't happy with the result, because we won. And let's keep it all positive. We're in the playoffs. We have to win what's in front of us. But there's a lot of people still moaning. And
half time last night, Dave, I was, not impressed. That first half performance was really bad. But it's Valentine's Day. We're going to try and keep a lot of love and positivity. And in the second half, Mickey Mellon addressed the issues, and he's admitted it. He took it on the chin in his interview. And he changed the shape, he changed the personnel, and it made all the difference. And the way I was describing it was that in the second half we were effective, not brilliant but effective. And in the first half we were ineffective.
You don't boo at half time, do you? You don't boo. I've said it once. I'll say it again. Get off the backs a bit. Do you know what I mean? It's just not.
I think. I don't know.
What do they want?
I'm
really interested to hear what people want.
More than that first half performance, for sure.
Yeah,
it is frustrating. I mean, at the end of the day,
it's a 90-minute game of football.
Yeah,
And against Woking, we conceded early in the second half, and we went to pieces. We reacted. He got a reaction. He went to 5 at the back, stuck to what we know.
The question here from Matthew is, why is Mellon trying a new formation at such a critical time of the year? It's madness. What he said in his justification was, when he was asked the question, was he thought it might make us more attacking at home, but it did the reverse.
Yeah.
And Boreham Wood were pushed up and were right on us and had us pinned back. Whereas in the second half, when we had that extra man in midfield, and we pushed up a lot more on them, and we stifled them a lot more, and it worked in our advantage, and we were further up the pitch.
Pace stifles people. Because Divine Green, although the last few games that I've seen him play, hasn't really looked that interested, and he's not been as impactful as he needs to be. But yesterday, I thought he was our best player. But for the 45 minutes, and Fondop seemed to link up really well with him. Where is Ethan Blooming Walker, by the way?
Ethan Walker.
He looks really pacey, attacking. I haven't seen him since Woking. Is he injured? Is there any update? Club, come on, tell us.
Don't know. Dallas is injured. He's just come in. He's played 2 cameos off the bench, and now he's injured for a couple of weeks.
Norwood, who's been ghosting me every time I've asked him to come on the show, he's still injured, so he's got really no excuse now. But I will find you, James, and I will get you.
Except he doesn't want to, which is fair enough.
No, but it's not fair enough.
I'll talk to you. Why do we never get any injury updates on the club? Did we not? We got one yesterday, I think, in Mellon's interview.
Yeah, we did.
Is it just Suzanne? Does she report on him? She has, doesn't she?
Yeah, Suzanne. Sorry.
Some Oldham fan thinks that Walker has a muscle strain.
Ooh,
but
what sort of muscle? Thigh.
So maybe there's that. Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to.
Can you put the link on?
I've not put it in the thing.
Oh dear.
Yeah, sure. It's been a bit sloppy tonight, hasn't it? It's a bit of a sloppy Valentine's Day.
Because I made you that lovely meal, and you're just full of love for me.
It's all that carver you gave me
and beef paste.
I'm a bit dizzy.
Yeah. Should we get our good friend the Ibster in?
Ibby. Hello, Ibby.
Good evening, Dave and Matt. I hope you're all right.
No. What's my name?
Yeah,
Sorry.
we're very well.
Very Dave.
Well. That's better. You okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm happy that we won last night, but the first half was appalling. And I could see a few fans mourning, and I thought to myself, here we go again, Sexy Dave. It's going to cost us dearly. But luckily we won. And I'm very happy Mickey Mellon came out and owned up to his mistakes, but that's few games that he's making mistakes. Come on, guys, let's have a settled side, the right formation, and on our day we can beat anybody. Sexy Dave and Matt, honestly.
The thing I was just trying to think of when we were 1-0 down or getting beat at half time and then come back to win. I can't remember many games this season or last where we were getting beat at, in the first half and come back. So
I think the thing is the difference it makes when you make a decision early. Like Mickey Mellon did last night at half time. Right, I'm going to change this up. Because it gives the team the whole half to get settled into it again. It makes a massive difference. And I think what's probably happening, what you're referring to there, Dave, is more often than not in that situation, the manager starts with the same team in second half and then makes a decision after 10, 15 minutes. And then,
60 minutes, 70 minutes.
Yeah. I think that's the decision, especially if the half of football is as poor as that was last night. So
I think, what did you think of Lundstrom? Maybe I thought he struggled.
Yeah, he's been struggling for the past few games, but I will never ever get on a player's back because one day they can turn it around. But he doesn't seem to be the right player at the moment. I don't know what it is, but I will fully support the players. And I thought Fonda was outstanding yesterday. He does things in games, he changes it. And he's a key player for our football club, honestly.
He's chaos, isn't he? Good things or bad things happen when Mike Fondop plays. He gets about, and if the crowd get behind him, he gets the crowd going, and he just brings his positivity all the time. I think what it is, it's a good goal as well because there was no power from that pass from Green. He had to get a lot of power behind it and finish it. It was a great finish, I thought.
I think he wants to play. He enjoys playing for Oldham, and he fights for the shirt when he goes out there. I think that's really important, and I think that's for me. We've still not fielding 11 players week in, week out that you can see the passion and what it means to be an Oldham player. And I don't think we've quite got that yet within the squad. And I think you get that when you've got a manager and a consistency with your manager, consistency with your players. Good solid atmosphere at Boundary Park. Things are going your way, and I think we're getting there slowly but surely. But the problem is, and the frustration is, the inconsistency. The Woking and Hendon results and the Ebbsfleet performance and result, and then the first half. It's very, very difficult to stay positive at Boundary Park when that's the case. But like we said, they changed it around, and to come back from 1-0 down to win the game is always great. So I don't want to be too down on anything.
I just think that from where we're at, it's Woking in Hendon. The last two games, like the other two games. How many games that we've been beat? We've been on a decent run.
Oh yeah, we've been on a good run. We was on a 4-game winning run.
We're in the playoffs, and another player last night who I thought played well and he didn't hide and got involved. It was Hammond. After the pasting he got for his 20-minute appearance against Woking, I thought he did well. What did you think, Ibby, of Hammond's performance?
He did all right, Sexy Dave, but what it is a new player to the club. He's trying to settle it at Oldham, and he will come good because Forest rated this lad highly. And I'm not a person to judge a player very quickly. I'll give him some time to settle in and take it from there. But what we need to do is now the next game, we better not be typical Latics and end up losing the game.
And another thing I think last night was what Tom Conlon being able to deliver that quality ball for the goal. You know, that's what we've been missing, haven't we? That quality ball. Like Gardner's been sort of the go-to guy, but he's been injured all the blooming time, and we've not had that set piece sort of specialist to whip a decent ball in, because it was quite a way out. It was about 20-25 yards out, and he managed to whip the ball in, and it got the goal from Garner, although he was about 5 yards offside. But I'll take it, me, and I'm glad he's got on the score sheet. He needs some new studs, though, didn't he?
Seemed to mean a lot to him as well, didn't it? And the players, like, they were all, piling on him and stuff when that went in. And it's good that he's got his goal early on, second game, and he scored. That's got to do his confidence any harm. I think. Do you still think? I mean, looking at the table a bit, it's so tight, isn't it? The playoffs are so tight, and then from below the playoffs, like almost 10th down to like 4th from bottom or something. It's really, really tight. Teams like Fylde are on a really good run now and climbing up the table. Do you think that despite not always
7 points between 10th and 21st?
Yeah, no, it's crazy league. Do you think it'd be that despite not playing consistently well, we've got enough strength now to see ourselves through into the top 7?
Absolutely. That's the target now. Honestly, we can't keep coming out of the playoffs. We need to get in there, start winning games, cement our playoff spot, and take it from there. And I want things to go very well for Mickey Mellon. And I want to say that Frank has been unbelievable what he's done, and I'm hoping that he finishes his task hopefully tomorrow. He meant to have got there today, and I want a full house for this owner because he deserves it.
100%. And I think if we can come into that game against Kidderminster, welcome Frank back off the back of 3 straight wins, starting last night, but Maidenhead on Saturday, York on Tuesday, go into that game full of confidence, big crowd, and that could be one of those sort of potentially one of those big turning points in the season, and not just in the season, as a club. Because I think I think the players need to realise what a big club this is, and what the expectations is, and how important it is that they deliver. And I think that playing in front of 11,500 fans at Boundary Park, that's what we want week in, week out. Yeah. Even in the National League, even in League Two, being in there, being at the top of the table, being successful, playing good football, getting double-figure crowds. And if we can't get double-figure crowds every week in the National League, but certainly as we climb up the divisions, when you've got bigger away support, packed Boundary Park, proper football club, proper football ground, and that's what they're here to help deliver those players. And I think that could be a really big occasion. So I think you're spot on, and I think that Frank deserves just a huge amount of credit for for doing something so crazy again.
Absolutely, yeah.
Guys, thank you very much for having me on, and I've had my share of views, and thank you very much once again.
No worries.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks again. Thanks a lot. See you later.
Take care, baby. Bye.
I love it how he calls me Sexy Dave.
I know.
Right, let's bring in Graham. Graham.
Hiya, how are you doing?
Caller number 1 from France. So we've got another one in the queue as well. How are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, good. Good evening.
Can we have a bit of French for Valentine's Day?
Ooh.
Can you say, "Oh, Dave, you're looking particularly sexy this evening" in French?
Oh, Dave, vous êtes sexy ce soir.
Oh,
merci beaucoup.
We'll clip that, Graham, and use it over and over again now.
I think you prefer a woman to say it, wouldn't you, Dave?
I'm not that picky.
He's not fussy. No, he's not fussy.
No,
he really isn't.
What do you want to say?
Oh, I was a bit worried at half time last night. It wasn't good, was it? But in fairness, he swapped it round, and I thought Green did well. Yeah, I agree with what Ibby said. I thought Hammond actually had a decent game, but it was just puzzled me that you can have 10 days to prepare for that match, and then start with what looked like a 4-4-2, but with four what effectively looked to me like central midfielders that were trying to sort of tuck in a little bit and let the fullbacks push on to give some width. But it didn't really work, did it, at all?
No.
And we never really created a chance. I think apart from Hogan missing a decent header at the far post from I think it was a free kick.
Yeah.
We just didn't create anything at all.
No. And it's been a bit of a problem because even in the second half, even though we scored the 2 goals, we didn't create a massive amount of chances again, did we?
No, but I thought if you're going to play 4-4-2, you'd have thought maybe Green would have started. Because he's sort of a more natural winger, isn't he? But
yeah, I think it's just because we don't have pace on one side, it just do the overload, and every time Kitchen went down that side, there was 2 on him every time. So again, it was that. I think it might have imbalanced the sort of attacking style that he wanted to propose, because Ward I thought was very, very poor.
Yeah, I don't. Is he a wide player or is he a central
player? He's a left central midfielder, which is I just find it really. I still can't. I don't get me wrong. I want to see him have a bit of a run, but I still don't get the signing when we had that many midfield players. We got Lundstrom, we can play it like in that similar sort of role. We had Sharon, and we had Sharon, who was there. We had a lot of central midfielders, and then we signed another midfielder. So it's just baffling to me. We needed pace, we needed width, we got Green, and now we've got Walker. I hope he comes back soon, because with them two in that fact, because we've not seen them both play in the same game, have we, together? It'd be quite an interesting dynamic, that I think. Pace from both sides and a decent delivery, because I think Walker can hit the decent delivery, or they can play it inside and get behind and pass to Conlon. I thought Conlon did okay last night. Again,
the thing is with that midfield, I mean, like with the 4-4-2 last night in the first half, we were getting overloaded in the middle. Like they had extra body in there, and they were winning.
Bada Bing, Bada Bob says it was like a 4-1-2-1-2, which after so you had the 4 at the back, Conlon, then you had Lundstrom and Ward, then
Hammond.
Hammond and what? So yeah, that was Hammond behind, or because Conlon was in front of the defence.
Well, it didn't work anyway, whatever it was. But we were getting overloaded in the middle, and in the second half, just having the extra body. And I also think that someone like Hudson, not someone like him, Hudson is as a defender. He likes to get the ball and he likes to bring it forward, and that pushes the whole team up with him. He takes the team forward. He likes to have the ball at his feet, and he's confident in taking it out. And that's what we need. We need, if we're going to play 3 at the back, we have to do it with a bit more confidence that we're going to push teams back and keep them contained, and stop them coming at us all the time, or giving the ball away and then letting them break on us. And we did it a lot better. Like I said yesterday in the second half, I thought we were effective. We weren't brilliant to watch, but we did what we needed to do.
Do you know the thing that I give Green credit for? Yesterday, he was only the one who was putting the slack. Like, you were proper getting some tackles in as well. He was defending. He was defending. He's like, he reminded me, like tracking back and doing like he did against Barnet, didn't he? When they took Freeman off on that live game on the away game.
But he's another one of these players where he comes back when he gets a chance sometimes and impresses. And then you said that's the lad that we wanted. That's the lad we want to see every week, or 4 games out of 5 or whatever. And so we really need him to find, not just him either. I mean, there's like we mentioned with Lundstrom and other players.
Influence there, a bit of a Nuttall influence, because I think he was good mates with Nuttall, and those Nuttall weren't getting games. There might have been a bit of discontent within the ranks, because you do get it when your mate's not playing. There's a bit of discontent. Since Nuttall's gone, Green started to emerge back into the squad. I
hope so, because he's something different in it than what we've got.
I could be wrong there. That's just a assumption. But
did you have a dream?
No, I had a dream.
Are you confident, Graham? Now that despite our inconsistencies, we're still genuine. I mean, we're obviously in the mix now, but have we got the legs for it now? Have we got the experience and the quality and the squad to guarantee us a playoff spot?
Well, I think we have, but we've gone from having a lot of strikers to at the minute having 2. You know what I mean?
We've got Reed. Reed's still there. Don't forget about Alex Reed. Free Reed.
I don't think he fancies him, mate. I don't think he fancies him.
We need him, though. We need a striker on the bench, or give that Alfie Everton a go from the...
But I was going to say, I mean, I've heard good things about him, and he's not he's quite a big lad. He's not going to be bullied out of games. If he's good enough, he's old enough, isn't he? That's what I'd say. And I'd certainly put him on the bench, and
give him a go.
Of course I would.
Yeah, I mean, I think that managers have a little bit of. I think when the reality is when managers kind of like they think, oh, it's a bit of a gamble, especially when there's stuff riding on it. I think, like if you're in mid-table obscurity towards the end of the season, probably more likely to try it. I think they probably feel like you've only got 4 subs on the bench, and I think they want to go with experience more than taking a bit of a gamble on younger players. But it does pay off from some time, but it is probably, you probably would say it is a bit of a gamble.
But if you look at the bench last night, we had very little options, did we? Sort of attacking, really.
We had nothing.
So
he
would have been a good shout last night, just to give us another option. Rather than
he's played Kofi Moore and brought him on in games, and stuff like that. So give him a.
He has done, but he's sent him back out on loan again. So
I'm saying he has given you players a go, so maybe Mickey might be watching this and think that Matt and Dave are the Oracle, and he might,
he might talk him into it.
Or I'd sing him into it.
You can't talk James Norwood into coming on the podcast. So
don't. Hey, it's not the end of the season yet. He will be on the pod.
Okay. Right, we're going to crack through the callers then.
Cheers,
Graham. We've got a few lined up, but thanks for getting in touch, mate. All the best. Take care, mate. Right, France number 2.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir, monsieur. Comment ça va? Le beau gosse, là, le bel bec, Saint-Valentin. Comment allez-vous? Bien? Parlez-vous français ou quoi?
Je suis sexy Dave.
Well, we don't have much French here in this part of the world, Chris. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
You do, but it's not the kind of we can talk on a football phone about possibly.
We speak the
before
language.
The watershed.
We speak the language of love, don't we, Dave?
I was just about to say, and yeah.
But anyway, Chris, did you watch it? Did you watch it last night?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, I did watch it. I thought we were I agree with you, poor first half. I think that was Graham from our group, by the way. That first time I've ever seen Graham that on the phone. It's from our WhatsApp group. If it is, hello, Graham. No, it was it was difficult first half to watch, and I think we lost the plot halfway through the first half. I thought Sackdep was caught out, and he didn't chase back for me. And then they scored from a bad mistake from him. Not knocking it. I'm not going to jump on his back. But the only thing I'll say is I text you. I think if we'd have scored first 2 and they got the goal later on, we wouldn't have been as bad. But we looked when we were 1-0 down like we had no shape, form, or ideas, and it was worrying. If we'd have been 2 up and they'd have got 1 back, I think we'd have all taken it as a much different result. The way the result went and we won it 2-1 in the end, I'm delighted we got the 3 points. But I was shitting myself. I was actually laughing. I was laughing at the referee. I was laughing at the result. And I was laughing at Fondop. I was wondering when Fondop were going to get the red. I mean, I love him. He's just brilliant, isn't he? He's with the entrance alone, that lad. Because he just didn't stop last night. He was on everybody's back. Garner, to be fair, he was getting knocked about last night. I know he was on the floor a lot, but he was getting knocked. He was getting pulled and pushed, and the ref was crap last night. I mean, it was called Will Mulligan. I mean, in golf, you have a mulligan, you're giving somebody something. Well, he weren't giving us jack shit last night, were he?
I tell you what, though, you don't notice sometimes the size of teams and players when they're up against someone like Mike Fondop because he's a big lad himself. But I tell you what, even from the Rochdale Road end, looking down the other end of the pitch in the second half, you could see the difference in size between Garner and some of their defenders. Like, he was in for a rough night last night. No wonder he was delighted when he scored because you're looking at the ball going up long to him and you're thinking, why are you doing that? He's got absolutely no chance of winning that ball. So things like that frustrate a little bit, but he put a shift in. He
latched onto the end of that cross.
Yeah, he put himself about and he took the beatings and that, and we did what he had to do and scored his goal. So I'm delighted for him.
Yeah, he doesn't back out, does he? I mean, he gives his effort every week. I mean, we can never say he doesn't give effort. He's never done what Joe Nuttall's done. He's never been called lazy. He's been stupid. He's been crazy. He's been daft, and he's had some bad games. But he puts an effort in. You know what I mean? Yeah. Going back to the midfield yesterday, I thought Lundstrom was again off form a little bit, and I wasn't shocked to see him come off. I was shocked to see him come off before Ward. I'll be honest with you. But having said that, Sheeran coming on, it made a big difference. You know, Green, his pace was invaluable last night. I mean, his pace got us back in that game with that salmon, isn't it? You know what I mean? It was Mellon made a mistake. He admitted to his mistakes in the first half. Fair play, a big man. He watches what we see. He sees the same shit and good stuff as us as we watch, and he says how it is, and I like him for that. I appreciate him for that, and I just think he saw it was wrong. He put it right. Second half, I enjoyed. Like I said, I was laughing at the end of the game. I was actually laughing. I don't want it like that every week. I want to stuff somebody. And quick shout out to File. Thank you very much for sticking it up. All the shot.
5-0, weren't it?
Yeah.
Because we were ninth at one point, and I was texting the group saying, "Whoa, we're sixth," and that was great. And also at weekend, thank you. You know, Rochdale losing again, that was great. And but we need Rochdale to do us a favour this Saturday. If the results go for us this Saturday, we can nibble back into fifth place. You know, we can nibble into fifth place on Saturday. So
and we got Maidenhead, who got a good result last night against Halifax as well, didn't he? You know, so they're no mugs. You know, so.
Well, one thing for sure is, I mean, Dave Unsworth, let's go back too far. He used to always say, anybody can beat anybody in this league. And when you look at the results from Fylde, Dorking winning away, great result at York. You know, I mean, it's true. This league, it's not a given right for anybody, apart from Chesterfield, anybody to win in the games, is it? You know, anybody can beat everybody. And I think it's been great.
We've just got to get ourselves to be that team that's like Chesterfield, though, and it's not going to be this season. So, unfortunately, we are going to get beat by some of these teams because we're in that league of you can get beaten by anybody. Like whereas Chesterfield and Notts County and Wrexham, you know, that they're not the norm, are they? Those teams aren't the norm. Stockport as well. You know, it's only really sort of recent that we've had teams as dominant as that, but. Hopefully next season, if we don't go up this season, we'll have a bit more of that about us. But there's still a long way to go, I think, to get to that. Chesterfield has been a project that's been building for quite a long time, as was the Notts County, Wrexham and Stockport ones. We forget that. Those things didn't just happen overnight, did they? So hopefully, though, we'll be on our way to Wembley and then anything can happen.
Oh, God.
What were you going to say, Chris? Sorry.
Organ was in the team again last. I mean, I've knocked Organ. I've been on your show and knocked Organ, and I think I've had reason to knock Organ. I think I've had reason to knock him. But tell you what, we missed him for 2 games, haven't we? He come back last night, and we weren't good, but we got 3 points. So there's something in that, isn't there? There's got to be something in that. So if he's watching, I'm sure they do watch the players and listen to us. I'm sorry. Keep it up, keep on the pitch and stop giving Daffy Ellis away, and let's keep that 3 points coming through because I think we're going to do. I think we're going to get into the play. I think we're going to stay in the playoffs now.
I think what happens is sometimes is when we're having bad performances and it's across the team. Sometimes we target players like Organ, who's the captain, who's the experienced and things like that, and they probably take a bit of that brunt, don't they? You think that's fair to say? I think
I think he was very poor at the start of the season, and I think I was quite right in my assessment. I think every pass was a bad pass. I thought he gave away silly goals. He was losing his mark. His only good game was against Gateshead, where he scored the 2 goals. And then since Mellon's come in, he's really come to he got sent off at Fylde under Thompson, let us down big style. You know what I mean? But since Mellon comes in, he's probably got this sort of leader out of him. I don't think he was leading the team as he should have been doing in the first instance. And since Boxing Day, away at Hartlepool, I think he's been superb. And we missed him against Ebbsfleet. We missed him against...
any relation? John Bradley?
No.
Why all the doom and gloom? We've won 5 and drawn 1 out of the last 7 league games.
Hey, John. Thanks very much.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's doom and gloom. I think a lot of the performances have been a bit hit and miss. I think, you know, there's been, Dorking, for example, was one of those wins where we scraped through. And last night was similar. It wasn't great, but the thing is, I think we're all happy that we are where we are. I think we're delighted we're in this position. Yeah.
Do you think
last night?
Never.
The difference is last night we didn't go down with a win. We come back, we give it a shot, and we got 3 points. We tried, we put effort in. You could see it were our best 11, but they put their effort in and they got a just reward there. And I do believe we deserved to win that in the end. And I think we won it, and because they tried. And if they try, that's all we ask for, isn't it? If they put an effort in, give the best they can, and 3 points will come in. And, that's the difference. A few weeks ago, they weren't trying. It was shite, but now it's grand. So, hey, listen, we'll take
you've got to scrap for it, Chris. You've got to work hard if you want to win a game, and that's why everyone beats everyone. You're not going to beat teams if you don't scrap and work. And that first half, I don't think we scrapped and worked hard enough. We didn't have players in the right parts of the pitch. Manager made the changes. The players worked hard, scrapped for it. We got the result. And you're happy.
I was laughing. I was laughing and happy at the end of the game. What more can you want, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Every egg a bird, lad. Every egg a bird. Listen, I'll let you crack on. You've got the callers. Listen, great phone again. Last week's phone, top banana. Absolutely superb, by the way. Brought so many memories back to us, Oldham Fort last week. Thank you. Brilliant one. Best one ever last week.
Oh, good
stuff.
Right, and it had nothing to do with us, so that's even better.
Cheers, no. You had your input. Thanks very much for being there, lads. Listen, if you didn't do it, it wouldn't have been on.
Cheers,
bonsoir. Bisous. Yeah. Ciao. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Love it.
I think that deserves
Call of the week.
Right, let's bring in Mr. Barlow. Not Ken. Martin, how are you?
How are we doing? Sexy Dave, you all right?
Yeah, I'm superb. How are you?
I'm appreciating how you've had full title all night.
Mate, it's got to be done. Apart from your private chat, Sexy John Bradley, let's not get into any of that business.
It's stuck now, Dave, hasn't it?
Well, you have to set your brand Bradley. Sexy Dave Bradley.
I mean, it is one of the marketing miracles of the 21st century.
Since Mentos and Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I mean, it really is, honestly.
Yeah. I'm in absolute awe of it, Matt.
I'm just waiting for Prince's Beef Paste to give me that call. And
I'm anticipating the T-shirts, the merchandise coming out from the Boundary Park.
We're still in legal chats at the moment.
Is that right?
Well, Dave's very precious about his image rights and stuff like that.
Well, rightly so. Now he knows what he's worth, Matt. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, and we have our own opinion on what he's worth.
You're speaking like a true Tory there, knowing what you're worth. I'm only joking.
So, what's life like as a Latics fan up in Cumbria then, Martin? At the moment,
it's good. I wanted to share my opinion about Joe Garner tonight, basically. So, obviously, I work in a secondary school absolutely full of Carlisle United fans. And the first thing they said to me when he signed on the dotted line was, he's the best sign you've ever made. Honestly, he'll do really, really well for you. And naturally, it was followed up by, he's a diving bastard. and he'll hit the deck every 3 seconds going. But so far so good, I think. Like he looks the full deal to me. That I can't have any complaints. I stuck a tenner on them last night, honestly, because normally I'd watch the National League TV and put a tenner behind their bars or whatever to watch it. But because I'm away at the moment and I can't do that, I stuck a tenner on Mikey Fondop and Joe Garner to both score.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And 85 quid later, it's paid for my Valentine's meal, Matt. So
very good. Happy days indeed.
I didn't know McDonald's was that much.
Well, honestly, I'm in Yorkshire right now. They're thieving bastards. Honestly, they really are.
The thing is, though, like we say about Garner and the diving and all that. I mean, it was not like long before we signed him that we were talking about it, weren't we? We were talking about the walking game and stuff like that. I think it was after the walking game on the podcast about just not having enough of that in us. Game, just not having the dark arts and not being cynical enough. And I'm a football purist and ideologist. I'd love everybody to play fair and square. I'd love it to be a beautiful game and and all that kind of stuff. But the reality is, especially I was going to say especially at this level, but it's the same in every division. You've got to have some of that about you. Otherwise, it's like nice guys get nowhere, and it's just the way it is. I would hate to be one of those teams that becomes known for it and it's part of your brand, if you like, and unsexy football, Dave. But like, I'd hate that, but at the same time, you've got to be able to do it. You've got to know, you've got to be savvy enough, and we haven't been. And that signing, as much as anything, seems to have been a deliberate intention for somebody like that, doesn't it?
I think Norwood doesn't even bring that side, does he? That he's a good player. He's not like a cynical player. He mourns, but he's not that sort of.
No, he's nowhere near as cynical as Joe Garner.
He's not streetwise, is he? He's a bit classy, Norwood. You can't see that from him, but. You know, we always had it like Milligan was a streetwise sort of player. Do you know what I mean? He always used to go down, didn't he, and draw the foul, and having that different sort of personality and being one of the senior leaders in the team, he can get the younger lads to sort of try and follow suit or set an example of not cheating, but just using your head a bit more and managing the game a bit better.
There was a period of play last night where Conlon, where Garner and Conlon both did, like, Garner was looking for the free kick. He went down in the centre circle, played the ball out to Conlon on the right, who then went down. And both of them, you know, two experienced players, you know, both of them knew that we needed a breaking play. There wasn't really anything on, and a set piece was what was needed, and that's what happened. And it might have even been for the goal. You know, I'm not 100% sure.
Fondop, weren't it, getting pulled?
It's just.
It's experience.
Part
it's
of the game.
Experience.
Yeah.
I think for me, I haven't seen. I think Joe Garner between now and the end of the season will win us a fair few penalties.
Yeah,
and I haven't seen a player like that since Wayne Andrews. Really, he's the last one I remember. Really, you know, I remember being away at Mansfield and Wayne Andrews going through one-on-one with a keeper like lastminute.com and getting pulled. And it was like, it was never a penalty, but he knew how to fall. You know, he was one of those, Wayne Andrews, and I think Joe Garner will play kind of the same role. Really.
And in a tight league, Martin, where, you know, we're not pummeling teams, are we? It's and we've had, and Norwood has put a good few penalties away, hasn't he? And, you know, you have to think that if Garner and Norwood are on the pitch at the same time, that, you know, Norwood's going to stick it in.
Are they two similar players though? I think that was the issue at Ebbsfleet, weren't it? That Norwood and Garner, it's either one or the other, isn't it? Fondop, I think, has got to be a starter. What are your thoughts on that? We said that earlier. When Fondop plays,
Fondop's he's mental, isn't he, Dave? Honestly, like Fondop, like someone.
He's just mental.
One of my best mates like described him on the WhatsApp the other night as. He's good enough for this league, basically. You get out of this league and you've got to ask questions about who you've got up top and all the rest of it. But, like, he's so unpredictable at this moment in time. Like, he's either going to, you know, get sent off for something mental, or he's going to, like, sling one into the top corner, isn't he, for a 1-0 win. Like, he's nowhere between Mikey Fondop. And that's where you'd want him to be, honestly. Like, you know, right now, he's exactly the type of player we need in the starting lineup, because James Norwood, as far as I'm aware, he's out for the next 6 weeks, is he?
He said it in the next 2 or 3 games, didn't he, Mickey? Or 2 or 3 games.
The problem is it's a hamstring, isn't it? So I mean, we'd had between he did it at Ebbsfleet, and obviously we've had 10 days between then and a game, which is probably, you know, to our benefit. But if you're talking another 4-6 weeks, then you need someone else to step up to the plate, don't you? Like,
the thing is with Fondop is he can play. You can put him with anyone, can't you? He's a good foil for Garner. He's a good foil for Reed and for Norwood. So
because he does all the legwork, doesn't he? He does all the trying. He does all the running. He does all the challenging. He just does.
And he shoots. So he scores as well. So, you know,
what's his record at the moment? He must have won every other game that he's.
Well, it said that since Christmas he's got. I saw that earlier on. One goal every other game since Christmas. But I don't think he's sort of 2 in 3 at the moment. He's in his whole career at Latics. He's 2 in 3. Do you know what I mean? 1 in 3. Sorry, 1 in 3. Yeah. So look, I mean, he does bring a lot more. He does bring a lot more to the team than goals, and we've said this before. We need goals from more players as well. Midfields need to start chipping in with more goals.
And he's a friend of the show as well.
He very much is. Yes,
friend of the show.
I'm sure that Mike is, you know, being a very, very thoughtful and loving partner to his to Ellie in Ellen. Sorry, Ella.
Do you think he's watching the show right now?
I highly doubt
it. I think he is.
You know,
He's got to get his sexy Dave filled,
No,
especially on Valentine's, doesn't he?
He'll be doing something
Hi,
very.
mate.
He'll be doing something romantic, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably.
So, anyway, we're ready for an early finish, aren't we? With Valentine's, Dave's taking me out for candlelight.
Is he?
Candlelight.
Weatherspoons. They got a special offer on, or
Tesco meal deal. Nice cheese and onion sandwich.
On the
dining for 10 quid. Yeah.
Anyway, we've got a bit of an announcement.
Oh yeah, we do have an
Martin.
Announcement. Yeah,
so,
we have to announce something. So here it is.
I hope we see you there.
There's no fear like the fear of the unknown. Fear of what lurks in the dark, unopened and forgotten places. This spring, the creators of Loud, Life and Beefy, Devil Owen, and the Wheel of Wonder take you on an epic journey into the heart of a beast dormant since 1991. Do you dare to follow them into this abyss? Will your nerves hold as we voyage deep into the bowels of playoff contention? Could it finally be time to open the trophy chest?
Kevin Pressman stands between Oldham Athletic and the Second Division Championship. Can Neil Redfern do it? He has! 3-2! Unbelievable stuff here at Boundary Park! Incredible!
So Martin, the trophy chest at Boundary Park hasn't been open since 1991. It must be full of spiders and webs and dust and all sorts. But potentially in May, it could be open again.
I think you're forgetting about the Isle of Man Steam Packet Company International Football Festival of
Very true.
Yes,
true.
we are. Yes, we are.
1999, was it? Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So what we're having our second annual Boundary Park Alert System Awards night and party, and it could potentially also be a playoff party. It potentially got the trophy test.
You're getting ahead of yourself.
Well, listen, we can't rule it out, can we? So we've done it for the 18th of May. So the playoff final is on the 4th of May.
Yeah. So
initially we were going to do it on the 11th, but that was potentially the FA Trophy final, so we skipped that one as well. Anyway, so that's happening. So
and
it's
if
the 18th
we win,
of
we'll
May.
Over.
We're going to do all our awards, the Player of the Year awards, and the goal of the season, and all that kind of stuff.
Dancing,
prancing,
we'll romancing,
have even more fun
games.
and frolics as last time, and potentially we will have the trophy chest open as well, and the
Matthew
the
says, "Chills, lads, chills."
I know,
Is that street talk? Like, chills, lads, chills.
Yeah. No, I think to chills from the
Oldham fans annoyed me. Surprisingly good trailer. So, well, no surprises. It's just, what we do is good.
Yeah,
always and forever.
It got me excited, lads. But
so it'd be great.
Very often. But,
it'd be a great night. So tickets will be going on sale quite soon.
And we really
just keep the night free. We'll have a live band on, not my band for a change, and a different band that's booked. It's going to be epic.
And we just want to thank Martin Barlow for allowing us to take a photo of his chest for that ad. So to answer your question, Sierra 16, it's not my chest, it's Martin's with the.
I think if you saw my chest, Dave, like my chest is instantly recognizable. So like you'd know if it was my chest. Honestly.
8-pack.
Dave's got a big life-size tattoo of me on his chest, like Alan Partridge.
Naturally, he has. Yeah, naturally.
No, it's halfway through Norwood, so when he comes on and be like, "Hi, James," no,
I fainted 3 times. Right.
We'll see my brother next week.
Nice to talk to you, Martin. Take care, mate.
Cheers, fellas. Thank you.
See you soon. Take care. Thanks.
So that's it. So 18th of May, join us for Trophy Chest, the second annual Boundary Park Alert System Party and Awards. It's going to be epic and massive. Right now, if you've not given your girlfriend or your wife or your partner some Valentine's love, now's the time to go and do it.
You don't have a girlfriend.
Dave, are you still selling those phone messages? So Dave will send a message, love message to your loved one if you want. Just get in touch
see
with
me
Dave.
at Boundary Park. I'll grab your phone.
I thought you were doing them tonight.
Yeah, if you want me to.
Have you still got that premium rate phone number as well?
Yeah. 0891 50
Sexy Dave,
50,
sexy
50,
Dave,
50.
sexy Dave.
Yeah.
You remember it, don't you? Right, listen, thanks for watching and getting in touch. We appreciate it, and we hope that we will see you very soon for the podcast. And then we'll see you at Maidenhead if you're going. We'll be down there. I'll be down there, going down seeing Andy, staying at his down in London. He's going to take me to all the embassies to meet all the ambassadors.
Swiss ambassadors.
See you later, guys.
Happy Valentine.
Thank you for listening to the Boundary Park Alert System, a QPod production hosted and produced weekly by Matt Dean, Andy Halliwell and Dave Bradley. QPod is Oldham's only dedicated podcast production company, and if you'd like to learn more about how podcasting can help take your brand to the next level, visit kupod.co.uk. A huge thank you goes to all those people who subscribe to the podcast on Spotify. We really appreciate you all. Please visit oafcpodcast.co.uk and click Be a Supporter or find the link in the show notes if you'd like to help us fund the show. It's only $2.99 per month to subscribe, but if you'd rather make a one-off donation, please visit buymeacoffee.com/OAFC podcast or click the link on our website. Don't miss the Latics Football Phone-In every Wednesday live from 8:30 p.m. Please visit youtube.com/@OAFC podcast and do hit subscribe while you are there. You can also follow and interact with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok @OAFC podcast. Big thanks go to Eileen Finnegan for writing our excellent weekly blog, which we encourage you to read on our website every Saturday morning, and also to Paul Prendergast for providing us with all the Latics Mind questions. The title music for the show is by Manchester DJ and producer Starion, and for more information visit bandcamp.com/Red Laser Records. If you'd like to be a guest or contribute to the show, we would love to hear from you. Until then, see you next time.